My name is Marilee. I won't mention my age, but I'm a mom of 3 kids aging from 24 to 19. And I've been a runner for 10 years, and just recently have wanted to get a little bit more out of, I guess, exercise than what running was giving me. Also, cholesterol has been a factor that I've had to watch for many years, and running really wasn't affecting my cholesterol levels like I thought it would or should. I always thought I ate healthy and made right choices, but now after doing the Eat by Color, I realized that I didn't know as much as I thought I did. Eating how much and at what time of day, the type of food you eat at a certain time of day, and I guess in correlation with exercising and how important lifting weights or weight-bearing exercises is compared to just cardio, and it should all work together. And weight really wasn't as much of my concern, losing weight, as much as toning or just being healthy. But with gaining muscle, it impacts weight loss more than just aerobic training or exercise.
Now, we actually see that a lot. We see a lot of former runners come in, and the gym experience is new to them. It's often a foreign experience and sometimes intimidating. Now, why did you pick Fitworkz?
Well, I guess first of all, I had gotten a mailing, and which interests me, the choice of like food, education with exercise, and also that I could come in and someone would help me and educate me about the exercise equipment. And as far as being intimidated about coming into a gym, I was, because I've never belonged to a gym. I didn't know anything about any of the equipment. I obviously knew how to run a treadmill and an elliptical, but anything else I had no education on. I actually even brought my oldest daughter in with me because I just thought I didn't want to go in by myself. And so yeah, I guess it was the eating, education on eating, and then also the ability to have someone work with me and educate me on how to exercise, learning how to use the equipment, and actually, right away in the door and talking with Ray, and then being introduced to personal trainer. Everybody's just been very accommodating and friendly, and it's a very...
How's that helped with, how do you see yourself? Are you comfortable coming into a commercial gym now? Has the intimidation kind of gone away?
Yeah, very much so. And I've come in different times of day, and I'll see people I know. I'm encouraged of the age of people that are here. Just last week I walked out with a couple that was older than me by quite a few years. They've been married for 40 years, and they were at the gym together. And I told them how encouraging that was to me, because being married almost 30 years, it would just be nice as I get older to come in with my husband and share that experience, and to know that we're both staying healthy, and the older we get, that being fit, and again, not about the weight, but just being healthy and eating right, that you can have a better quality of life.
Well, and what's interesting with that is, at first, the intimidation. Most people are actually scared of a commercial gym, and for good reason. For 30 or 40 years, the health club industry has sold memberships, giving people access to equipment they have no idea how to use. And what you did was a little different than the typical gym experience. You came in and you've worked with a trainer. You've been shown how to properly use the equipment that you have access to with a membership. The other interesting thing is, you're spot on. We've got a gentleman who's been exercising for 25 years. He had a lady that he works with, has been working with for over 20 years, comment to him at a company function, how come he's the only one that doesn't look like he's aged 20 plus
Right.
years? And he said, well, secret's exercise.
Right.
And
Yeah.
it definitely impacts quality of life. Now, you'd mentioned the eating part. You're doing Eat by Color. What is that like? It's not a diet. I see your food logs, and we'll talk a little bit about that too, but I still see you have a glass of wine on occasion. You still have the occasional pizza, or what most people would call junk food, so it's certainly not a diet,
Right.
yet you're down 6 pounds of fat. What is Eat by Color?
It tells you, educates you on what are healthy foods. I mean, I love pasta. Now, I know I can still eat pasta, but instead of a whole plate, or that's my main meal, it's a side dish with a chicken breast, or I can still eat steak, and it's just educated me on how much. When I originally came in, I said I don't want to measure, weigh, I don't want to cut out any specific food groups, and the Eat by Color doesn't make you do that.
So you're not measuring things. Which means you're not counting calories.
No.
You're still eating pasta
Right.
and steak.
Right.
Yet you're losing weight, and you're following. It's something you can do. You can
Right.
follow Eat by Color.
I'm eating way more than I was before.
And you're eating more food.
Yes, yeah. I'm full, I'm satisfied. I ate Greek yogurt before, I still eat Greek yogurt. I mean, it's like dessert to me now. I just like it. Berries, I love berries. I eat those all the time. Yeah, just everything is satisfying. There isn't really, I think, anything that you can't eat. You know what's better for you than others, and one thing I've noticed is you really notice the unhealthy ways other people eat, out in public, being different places, or they're eating this or that at the wrong time of day. Like your sugar should be at the start of the day as opposed to later. You don't want to eat that too late in the day. And I guess the accountability too. I'm keeping a log, and I know someone else is going to see that, and so if I'm thinking of eating something that might not be the healthiest, I'm going to think twice about eating either too much of it or eating it at all, because I'm going to have to write it down and put it on my food log.
And how hard is it to actually fill in what you eat?
Not hard at all. Actually, something new I started just with this past week's is I was finding it hard, not hard, but to write it on a piece of paper or log into the computer right away. So I just put it in my BlackBerry, or any phone. I'm sure you could do it. Just put that in right away, text style, and then transfer it when I send it off to email. So if my phone is with me, if I'm out of the house, away from stationary computer, don't have a pencil or paper to write down, yeah, I have my phone with me, so that's what I've been doing.
So you can record it, you send it in, and that's holding you accountable, but it's also, we use that as a tool to help people learn more of the foods they enjoy eating that are going to help them accomplish their goals.
Right.
Instead of you have to eat only this way, we want you to eat your way.
Right.
And eat more of the foods you enjoy, and it sounds like it's working to do that.
Yeah, and I've even found at restaurants you can make just very small adjustments and talk to the waiter, waitress, and just recently I had chicken parmesan with a side of pasta. Well, I know typically that breast of chicken is breaded, and it was, and I just asked if I could have it grilled instead. And then the side dish of pasta was not what a side, it was larger than a side should be, so I just ate half of it. And
were you full after you ate the meal?
Yes, yeah. And then I had lunch or dinner for the next day, so.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Now, one thing you shared with me about a week or two back was your goals, and we talked a little bit about how much of an impact that can have not only on you, but on others. And one of the things I see most people don't do is actually sit down, take the time, and write out a list of goals. How do you see that helping you going forward?
I think it keeps me on task, and the way I've eaten, I've noticed my family members have kind of been copying me here and things, possibly without them even realizing that they're starting to eat a little bit more how I am eating. And yeah, when writing down or talking to people about it, it's another way of checks and balances too. Someone's noticing and watching what you're doing, so yeah, it just helps keep you on task, that's for sure.
And what's interesting about that, and we see this a lot, if you want to help your kids or maybe a significant other make better lifestyle choices or develop better eating habits, especially with kids, the best way to do that is lead by example. Mm-hmm. And with don't say anything, if you start doing small changes, especially like if you have almost adult age kids and they notice mom or dad is slimming down and toning up, they'll adapt the same habits.
Right, yeah. And another thing too is like portable foods or snacks. I really love string cheese now, and that's one of the big, it's a portable snacks. And my son just came home from college and he's like, who's eating turkey jerky? And that's another portable things, and almonds and berries and like protein mix. If you find you're just in a crunch for time, it's something that's very easy to fill in between meals.
So you've, in the last couple months, I think it's been 8 weeks, about 2 months.
Right.
You've grown a little bit more comfortable in a commercial health club. You're not as intimidated. You have an idea of how to use the equipment, and then how are your clothes fitting?
They've gotten loose, yeah, I mean, I think I see or feel the changes more than what a scale would say, and it's odd because you don't have to skip meals, I've never really dieted other than like cut down on like what you eat, which is the wrong way. Your body needs fuel, and to keep the metabolism up, you need to eat. I knew that, but didn't understand it enough. So if I, wanted to take weight off before, I'd run and cut down on what I ate, the amounts, but possibly and most likely losing nutrition and losing muscle, but
and now you're eating more,
right?
Running less, doing probably your total exercise per week is probably less. You're doing more resistance or weight load bearing training, and you're getting better results.
Right. Yeah. I wouldn't say I'm a pessimist, but I'd probably hold off on saying that my clothes are fitting. They are fitting better and they're looser, but I don't want to be over positive.
There's always more work to do.
Right. Well, right. So I don't want to say, oh yeah, I've done it, because which is another thing, it's a lifetime change I want to make at the point I am now.
And that, there again, is why diets and other approaches don't work.
Right.
Because they're short term.
Right.
And it has to be something we do forever, or it won't work.
Right. Yeah, and I know when I came in, like I do the interval running on the treadmill, a little, or just a warm up to begin with, then we go into the weight training. It's either an arm day or legs, and I didn't realize there's a push or pull day depending on the exercises. There's always a core or ab workout, and then the aerobic at the end. So the treadmill, I've done the rowing machine. But when I came in the interval training, I was at a set mile per minute, and that has gone up drastically because my trainer found that at the highest I was at when I came, I could still carry on a conversation. So he'd up the speed on me, and so I'm running a lot faster than I was when I came in. So I think when I get back to running outside, I'm probably going to see my time.
I would suspect we see that a lot. Your 5K and your 10K times will probably drop pretty significantly.
Yeah.
Even though you're running less often, running a shorter distance, your times will improve, and the reality of it is you're in better shape to do those distances at a faster pace.
Which is another thing. I came in, have run for 10 years, and I came in as a runner, but really probably didn't know a lot about, I didn't really know anything about interval training. So I came in to do weight training and to eat healthier, but in that I've also learned more about running and how to do interval training, and I never knew that before. So yeah, I got something out of this I never thought that I would get. That you would. Yeah, yeah.
Awesome.
So.
Well, that's all I have. Do you have anything else you'd add?
No, I would just say it's been a great experience. And anybody who's intimidated about coming into a gym shouldn't be. I mean, I definitely was. I'm very comfortable now coming in. Everybody's very friendly. And there's, really nothing better you could do for your health and staying healthy, as we're all going to get older, would be to just get in. And you can do anything at home, but I don't think you really understand how to do it right till you come in and you're educated by people who know what they're doing. So, yeah, I guess that would be it.
Cool. Well, thank you, Marilee.
Yeah, thank you.